This episode of Hometown Heroes is brought to you by Buick GMC. Step up like a pro.
This has been a tough year. We hear about events being canceled and planned projects falling apart. But the Safe House Project is growing. They're adding additional beds and training people to prevent, spot, and report child trafficking.
My name? I had no name. Not to them. My innocence was stolen at the tender age of 6 by my stepdad.
When I was 12, my dad started sexually abusing me, and that progressed as I got older, and eventually that led to trafficking me to others. No one really wanted to get involved. No one ever wanted to ask questions or talk about it. And, you know, I think that's why it's important to have these conversations, is because a lot of us think of child sex trafficking as something that's happening in a great big city and, you know, people being imported from other countries. And that's true, but it's also happening in smaller communities and families.
I think that what is really important to understand is that only 4% of child sex trafficking cases involve abduction. And so what we're really looking at is an epidemic that has woven itself into the fabric of our community, and it's hiding in plain sight. Safe House Project began in Hampton Roads in 2018 in response to the fact that Health and Human Services estimated that 300,000 American children are victims of child sex trafficking every year, right here in our own communities. There's a lot of misinformation. And so before we can truly respond with a solution, we have to understand the problem. And so education is key. Recently, we hosted an event here at Mount Trashmore for World Against Trafficking in Persons Day, which really was a peace march. We wanted to bring together people who want to see sex trafficking eradicated. Safe House Project, in partnership with the Malou Foundation, is launching the first of its kind survivor-written training that teaches you how to spot, report, and prevent trafficking in your community. And so we have to understand, what are the signs and indicators that are present in different types of trafficking situations, so we feel empowered to see something and say something. Choose to fight. We have to choose to fight for our kids. We have to fight for the next generation. And we have to end the generational impact of child sexual abuse and child sex trafficking in America.
It is the people who showed me that I have dignity, value, and worth as a human being, as a child, not as a commodity. In the Safe House, I was changed, saved. I am stronger now. I am just getting started. I'm young. My life has barely begun. Here's to holding on to all the things yet to come.
The founders of the Safe House Project have called the next 10 years the decade of hope. Their goal is to eradicate child trafficking by 2030. We'll return in just a moment.